Hi everyone. Now we are going to discuss about tuberculin skin test or Montague's skin test. The other names of this Montague's method are Montague's tuberculin skin test or purified protein derivative of mycobacterial antigens, simply denoted as PPD test, or tuberculin skin test or TST. So these are all the different names of the same method, that is Montague's skin test or Montague's method. So this method is a type of skin test used for identifying the exposure to the tuberculosis bacteria, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. That means we are going to use this test to identify the disease called as TB, tuberculosis. Then coming to the principle behind this Montague's method, the T cell mediated immunity to mycobacterial antigens. So the T cell mediated immunity is nothing but the delayed type hypersensitivity. So here we are going to demonstrate the delayed type hypersensitivity to what type of antigens, that is tuberculous protein, okay, by a test called as intradermal test by Montague's method. Coming to the pathogenesis behind this tuberculin test, an antigen is introduced into subcutaneous tissue and processed by the local antigens presenting cells, that is APC. Now what is happening? The T helper cells or the effector cells recognizes this antigen and they are going to release some sort of components called as cytokinins. Once these cytokinins are going to be released, they are going to act on vascular endothelium. Now, what is happening? Once this vascular endothelium is going to be excited, it is going to recruitment of all the T cells, phagocytes, macrophages, phagocytes or the macrophages, fluid and protein to the site of antigen injection, causing the visible lesion. So here you can see some sort of swelling. So this is a real picture of this one. So a wheal was produced, that means induration, that is hardening of that location, as well as the reddening, edema, swelling is also going to be seen. Okay, so this is what the pathogenesis behind this tuberculin test is. Now coming to the method, how we are going to perform. In this test, 0.1 ml of tuberculin protein is injected intradermally of the lower arm. So here you can see a small wheal appears on the skin immediately after the injection. Now the patient should be instructed not to scratch the wheal, but it tends to itch. Though it is going to be causing the itch, we should ask the patient not to scratch it. Now what is happening? So what we have to observe? So that comes the result. So the diagnosis is based on the size of the wheal or induration. After 48 to 72 hours later, we are supposed to check the reaction, that is development of induration. So in the intradermal region, we have injected the tuberculin protein. A small bulb, that is some sort of a wheal, is going to be produced. Okay, so you are supposed to ask not to scratch it. So after that, you are supposed to have the reaction. That is what you find it as a result. So here you can see there is no swelling, nothing. So just the wheal is retained like that only. That is going to be the negative reaction. If you are going to have a small rising of that wheal and the formation of induration, that it is going to be the intermediate reaction. So if you're having a large wheal and it is going to be of 10 millimeters in size or more, is going to be considered as a positive reaction. If it is the size of the wheal is going to be less than 5 millimeters or even less, then we consider that reaction as a negative reaction. So note here we have to remember that the induration should be firm area, that is gently palpated, that determines the size, not the area of redness. You should not measure the whole redness. Only the swelling area, that is the edema, should be, and the hardening should be the thing that you are supposed to measure as a size of this wheal or induration. Then tuberculin test interpretation, how you are going to interpret. If the size of the wheal is going to be less than 6 millimeters or 5 millimeters, it is going to be considered as a negative. So what is the action behind it? previously unvaccinated individuals may given BCG provided there are no contraindications. If the size of the wheel is going to be 6 millimeters or greater than but less than 15 millimeters, then we can interpret the hypersensitivity to tuberculin protein, maybe due to previous TB infection or BCG vaccine or exposure to atypical mycobacteria. So action should not be given the BCG vaccine. Suppose if the duration is more than, that is the wheel or the induration is going to be of more than or equal to 15 millimeters, then we can interpret it as strongly hypersensitivity to tuberculin protein and the suggestive of TB infection or disease. And the action that we are supposed to take is should not be given the BCG vaccine, refer for further investigation and supervision, which may include chemotherapy. So this is how you are going to interpret the different diameters of the induration formed due to tuberculin test. So the disadvantages of this test is going to be of mainly cannot be differentiated controlled infection from active progress disease, and it gives some sort of a false negative and false positive results. Like it is going to be a false negative in some viral infections, sarcoidosis, Hodgkin lymphoma, immunosuppression, malnutrition, overwhelming active TB. And it is also giving some sort of a false positive in cases of BCG vaccination and atypical mycobacteria. So because of this reason, we may get some sort of a confusion in giving the correct positive result in case of this tuberculin test. Okay, so this is all about the tuberculin test or Montague's method, which is especially a diagnostic test which is used to identify the TB. So thank you.